All right, Dog Pound, we've got some massive developments coming out of the AFC North. And I need y'all to buckle in for this one because what's happening right now could reshape everything about the Browns' journey toward that long overdue Super Bowl run. I'm not exaggerating here. We're standing at the edge of a full-on power shift in the division, and it's starting to feel like the kind of moment that could leave one of our rivals reeling for years while we, the Cleveland Browns, charge forward with something real, something different. Now look, before we dive headfirst into all of this, and there's a lot to break down if you live and breathe this team the way I do, if you rep the brown and orange like it's in your DNA, then I need you to smash that subscribe button right now. We're building something special here, and it's powered by you. Share this video with your crew, with your family, with anyone who ever cheered from the Dog Pound. This is where the real talk happens, okay? Let's talk football. If you've been following the NFL landscape, especially the madness in the AFC North, then you know just how wild things are getting. It's not just off-season noise anymore. This is real. This is chess, not checkers. And the Cleveland Browns, we're right in the thick of it. And at the center of it all is the most critical position in all of sports, the quarterback. I don't say that lightly. Everything rides on this dot right now. If you look at our QB room in Berea, you might think you've opened up Madden and turned on some kind of franchise mode experiment. 5 quarterbacks on the roster, 5 and 4 of them are healthy, active, and ready to compete. When's the last time we had this kind of depth at QB? For years, we were scrambling. We were patching holes, hoping someone would be the guy, but now we've got options. We've got a real competition brewing, and that changes everything. This is the kind of scenario that gives our front office, especially Andrew Berry, incredible flexibility, but also puts a spotlight on the tough decisions that are coming. Because you can't keep 5 quarterbacks forever. You can't carry that much talent at one position without eventually needing to make a move. So here's where the questions start flying. Who steps up and claims the starting job? Does someone get traded, move to the practice squad? Do we risk losing someone we might regret later? These are the stakes, and let me tell you something, the intensity in that locker room right now, it's real. This isn't your typical training camp battle. This is a fire that's going to forge someone new into the future of this franchise. Andrew Berry addressed the media recently, and when he spoke, he didn't dance around anything. He said what needed to be said. Nothing is guaranteed in that quarterback room. Every single guy has to earn it. You could be the starter from last year. You could be a rookie with a big name. None of that matters now. This is about what you do on the field. It's about showing up, grinding it out, and proving you belong. And as a fan, honestly, as someone who's lived through the constant QB carousel, the heartbreak seasons, the promise that never delivered, that's what I want to hear. No handouts, no politics, just football. And I love that Berry didn't hold back when talking about Shadur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. He straight up said those rookies are hungry, and that hunger, that's what's going to drive this team. The coaching staff isn't protecting the vets. They're not easing the rookies in. They're throwing them into the fire. First team reps, real action, real pressure. You want to talk about accountability? That's how you create it. According to Yahoo Sports, when Berry was asked point blank if all 5 QBs would make the roster, he didn't flinch. No, he said, they have to earn their place. That tells you everything you need to know about this regime. We're not building a team around comfort. We're building around competition. And then Berry dropped a quote that I think defines where the Browns are right now. He said, if a guy in that room is more focused on who we signed or who we traded for than on his own preparation, maybe he's not built for this team. That hit me. That's what championship culture sounds like. That's what accountability looks like. And it's not just talk. We're seeing it on the field. The Browns are flipping the script on how reps are being handed out. Berry challenged that outdated NFL structure where the starter gets 70%, the backup gets 25%, and the third string guy gets the crumbs. He's saying no, that model doesn't work anymore. If you want a backup who's actually ready to play when the lights come on, then you've got to give him real snaps, and that's what we're doing. That kind of thinking, it could be the reason we survive a rough stretch or pull off a late-season push if injuries strike. It's smart, it's bold, and it's different. Now let's talk about Shadur Sanders. Because this guy, it's not just about the name. It's not just that. He's Deion Sanders' son. Shadur is coming in with fire. He was a 5th-round pick, but you wouldn't know it watching him. He's been showing poise. He's been showing leadership. And most importantly, he's been working. No entitlement, no ego. Just hustle. This guy is the first one in, the last one out. He's got that vibe in the huddle that makes teammates listen. And off the field, he's studying. He's asking questions. He's learning from guys who've been through the NFL wars. That's the mindset I want in our quarterback room. That's the kind of player who doesn't just stick around, he takes over. He's not asking to be handed anything. He's earning it, and if he keeps trending like this, I truly believe he could become a cornerstone for this team. Maybe not this season, maybe not right away, but he's building something. And zooming out, this whole quarterback room, it's a blueprint for how you build depth the right way. This isn't just talent stacking. This is calculated, high-pressure, internal competition. It's a crucible, and only the strongest are going to come out of it ready to lead. Kevin Stefanski. Man, I've got to give him credit. Since 2020, he's taken this team through ups and downs. But we've seen clear growth, playoff run-in. Year 1, a retooled offense, smart roster moves. He's leaned into development, and now he's leaning into this quarterback battle because we all know the one thing that's been holding us back, the one missing piece, is consistent, high-level quarterback play. That's the key. That's the thing that separates playoff teams from Super Bowl contenders. And let's not pretend we've got it easy. The AFC North is brutal. The Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers, these teams aren't backing down. If we're going to rise, it has to start with winning the QB battle, finding the guy who can handle the pressure, lead the offense, and deliver in the clutch. This five-man competition, it could be the catalyst that finally gets us over the hump. Or, if we're not careful, it could turn into a distraction. But I trust the vision. I trust Barry and Stefanski to steer this the right way, and don't be shocked if a move happens. If someone starts to separate themselves in camp, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Barry make a trade, maybe for help at wide receiver, maybe to add more depth on the D-line. You never know. But that's how this front office works, always calculating, always a step ahead. For now, though, the focus is simple: compete, grow, perform. Every quarterback in that room has a shot, and we, as fans, are watching every throw, every rep, every interview, because we know this offense, it's ready to explode. The O-line is rock solid. Our WR1 is starting to emerge. The run game is still legit. All we need is that trigger man to make it all click. And don't forget, leadership matters. Deshaun Watson is grinding to get back to elite form. Chubb, even through recovery, is still the emotional heartbeat of the team. Myles Garrett, he's the fire that keeps this defense alive. These guys aren't just players, they're mentors for the young guns. Their leadership could be the glue that holds this entire quarterback situation together. This moment where a Nick could tighten the locker room or test it in ways we haven't seen. But the Browns have been through adversity before, and every time, we've come out stronger. And this is just the beginning. The offseason is long, and it's about to get even longer. We've got a stretch ahead of us full of intense practices, brutal evaluations, and heartbreaking roster decisions, the kind of stretch that makes or breaks the identity of a football team. But I'll tell you this, one thing is crystal clear: the Cleveland Browns are not standing still. We're not treading water, and we're definitely not taking last year's collapse lightly. We're building something tougher, something smarter, something hungrier. And if all the pieces come together the way I think they can, we just might be witnessing the dawn of a brand new era in Cleveland football. An era defined by quarterback depth, by resilience, by a mindset that says we're done waiting, we're coming for it. And I want every Browns fan out there to stay locked in. Keep your head up, keep your voice loud, keep that dog-pound fire burning, because what's coming next, it might just be something historic. So, please take 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Drop a comment below who you think should win the QB battle, who's earned it so far, and while you're at it, smash that like button. It sounds small, I know it takes 2 seconds, but it tells the YouTube algorithm that Browns Nation is alive and loud, and it helps me keep making this content for all of you. You already know I'll be right here every step of the way, bringing you the latest updates, breakdowns, and hard-hitting analysis straight from Berea and beyond. This journey, it's just getting started. The Browns are back in the conversation, and we're not backing down from anyone. Now let's talk about something that completely flipped my perspective. Let's rewind a second. Think about this: Shadur Sanders was listed 4th on the depth chart. 4th, not 1st, not 2nd, not even 3rd. 4th, that's a steep climb, man. In any organization, that's a nearly impossible starting point. You're basically buried. But then the Browns coaching staff did something that blew the doors off the narrative. They came out publicly and said this kid changed the conversation. That moment. That shifted everything for me. Because be honest with me, when was the last time you heard that kind of praise about a fifth-round rookie quarterback? Especially in a room that includes a former Super Bowl MVP in Joe Flacco, a former first-round pick like Kenny Pickett, and a higher-drafted rookie in Dillon Gabriel. I mean, come on, I'll admit it, when Shadur was first picked, I didn't think he'd even make it through camp. I figured, this room is stacked, he's not gonna get the reps. He won't get the snaps, no way they'll waste time developing a fifth-rounder. But then, the tape started to surface. And yeah, sure, it's just OTA letters, just minicamp, no pads, no real contact. But I'm telling you, clip after clip, he's making throws into tight windows, showing calm under pressure, reading the field with poise, and just straight up looking like he belongs. That's rare, especially for someone taken that late in the draft. Most guys in his position are deer in the headlights, but Shadur, he looks ready. And that right there, that's the wild part. Because rookies taken in the fifth round aren't supposed to flash this early. They're not supposed to command attention, but that's exactly what he's doing every day. He's shifting the narrative a little more. Every rep, every throw, every bit of leadership, it's changing the way people inside the building see him. And it's definitely changing the way I see him. And now, we're heading into June minicamp. And the heat is on. Head coach Kevin Stefanski and his staff are locked in on the biggest decision of the summer: who's gonna be under center when week 1 kicks off. Let's break it down. Joe Flacco's the early frontrunner. I mean, he's a veteran. He's got the experience. He's got that playoff pedigree. And he knows the Browns playbook inside and out. He brings stability. He brings leadership. And in a high-pressure environment, that kind of presence matters. But this ain't a one-horse race. You've also got Kenny Pickett in the mix, the former Steelers first-rounder. He hasn't made a ton of noise this offseason, but don't sleep on him. He's got a live arm, good mobility, and a solid football IQ. The problem? Inconsistency. That's what's been holding him back. He's still in the fight, but it's an uphill climb. Then we've got the rookies, the wild cards. Dillon Gabriel, out of Oklahoma, has turned heads. Quick release, natural athleticism. He's been picking up the system fast, and he's making a name for himself. This kid could be a franchise changer if he builds on that early momentum. But let's be real, it's Shadur Sanders who has the city buzzing. The fans, the coaches, the analysts, everyone's watching him now. He was labeled a project. But after that OTA performance, 3 touchdowns on 7 of 9 passes, you can't look at him the same way. The guy's got NFL bloodlines, championship DNA, and a calm confidence that screams big game player. He's not just making throws, he's making people believe. And while we're all focused on the QB battle, another headline dropped that shocked the entire dog pound. Sports Illustrated dropped a piece suggesting the Browns might be exploring a blockbuster trade involving none other than Denzel Ward. And I know what you're thinking. What? Denzel Ward? I had the same reaction. But this isn't just clickbait. This is a real scenario that could have massive implications for the roster, the division, and the entire conference. Denzel Ward isn't just a player, he's Cleveland through and through. Born in Macedonia, started at Nordonia High, played at Ohio State. Drafted by the Browns in 2018 at No. for overall. Since then, he's been a rock, 4-time Pro Bowler. Last year alone, 49 tackles, 2 picks, 19 pass breakups. That's elite. At just 27 years old, he's still in his prime, still shutting down top-tier receivers like Yamar Chase and Stefon Diggs. And he's locked in through 2027 on a $100.5 million deal over $71 million of that guaranteed. This man is a cornerstone, a franchise face. So why even consider trading him? Well, it's complicated. The 2024 season, total disaster. We finished 3-14, dead last. Just a year after going 11-6 and making the playoffs in 2023. We were dominant on defense, only 270 yards allowed per game, the best in the NFL. Ward, Newsome, Emerson, those 3 formed one of the best cornerback trios in the entire league. But 2024 told a different story. The defense dropped to 19th. We gave up 342 yards per game. The offense couldn't stay healthy. The QB carousel spun out of control. Big money players didn't live up to expectations. Now the Browns sit with the no to pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, and GM Andrew Berry, He's got big decisions to make. Myles Garrett just got extended through $23 to $40 million a year, the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, and Deshaun Watson's contract still eating up cap space like a runaway freight train. So yeah, moving Ward might be painful, but it also might be necessary. Tough times, tough calls, but one thing's for sure, I'll be here for every step of it, breaking it all down with you guys. Win or lose, we're riding through this together. So drop a comment, hit that like button, and let's keep building this Browns community. I'll see y'all in the next one.